Today we are going to discuss about theories of profit. So let's explore the theories of profit practiced by firm in India and rest of the world. Profit is the driving force for the small, medium as well as conglomerates like Tata, ITC, HUL, Nestle, Amazon or Google. The profit reflected in profit and loss accounts of the firm is a business profit or accounting profit. The accounting profit is the difference in sales revenue and explicit cost or out of pocket cost incurred by the firm on purchase of all resources for the firm. But economists, while calculating the profit of the firm, will also take care of opportunity cost or implicit cost of the firm along with the explicit cost. So, what is implicit cost? The implicit cost of the firm is the value of inputs provided by the owner of the business, including incentives foregone of the entrepreneur skill deployed in own business and the interest foregone on equity capital invested in own business. In other words, the trade-off of not working as salaried employee for some organization than to invest in your own business is considered as implicit cost. For example, a multinational corporation is usually faced with different legal, economic, cultural, and tax conditions in many countries in which it operates. So, the implicit cost would be to analyze the international taxation and legal challenges faced by the firm, then to forego the market share to be gained in the international market. Such considerations will complicate greatly the task of corporates, managers, and create constraints on their actions. However, if management learns to analyze the implicit cost of such additional risk and restrictions, corporations can still pursue the goal of profit maximization with a higher level of sustainability. For example, Amazon has analyzed the high opportunity cost of capturing 100% information of the competitors, product and consumers. It helped the firm to analyze and optimize the consumer demand potential in the fast changing consumer market dynamics with the utilization of 70% of the information and move forward towards innovative strategic planning and adapting the new scaling approach to make Amazon reach sales of 296.3 billion USD with an employee workforce of 798,000. In other words, firms for their long-term sustainability can strategize their profitability model by taking care of economic cost and implicit cost. So, what exactly is accounting profit? Accounting profit, if we say, is total revenue minus explicit cost or accounting cost. What is economic profit? Economic profit is total revenue minus explicit plus implicit cost. What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is implicit value of a resource in its best alternative use. So, we can say that an implicit cost includes cost not considered by accountants, such as the owner's time and interest on the capital they contribute to the business. Thus, accounting profit would generally be higher than economic profit. Economists would include opportunity cost in their calculation of cost to compare the opportunity cost of projected business profits and salaries that could be earned from working for others, the interest that could be earned on their own investment rather than investing in the business, and the risk involved in the two alternatives of entering in one market with respect to foregoing the other market. So, when a firm is doing international business, so when doing business in the other countries and other cultures, business decision making becomes more complicated due to foreign currency differentials, legal differences, language constraints, and attitude differences. Even the role of government constraints. Hence, economic profit for a firm can be a more significant factor than accounting profit. Thus, economic cost include not only the historical cost and explicit cost recorded by the accountants, but also the replacement cost and implicit cost, that is normal profits that must be earned on the owner's resources. So, what is profit maximization? The primary objective of the firm is to maximize profits. Other goals include market share, revenue growth, and shareholder value. Different goals can lead to very different managerial decisions given the same limited amount of resources. So, what is business profit? Business profit often incorporates a risk adjusted normal rate of return on capital, that is, average profit necessary to attract and retain investments. Firms may gain significant economic profit or experience substantial losses. So, let's explore different theories of sales maximization and profit maximization practiced by firms. If we talk about sales maximization theory, so sales maximization is a theoretical objective of a firm which involves selling as many units of a good or service as possible without making a loss. This means sacrificing some short-term profit with a view to achieving a longer-term gain. If we take example of Parle-G biscuits in India, Parle-G biscuits in India is one of India's oldest and most popular biscuits brands. This recorded its highest sales in company history during the COVID-19 induced lockdown in India. According to Mr. Mayank Shah, category head Parle Products, during the lockdown and the pandemic year 2020, the Parle Group has increased its market share by almost 5%. And 80 to 90% of this growth has come from Parle-G sales. The Parle-G biscuits in India have kept their price low for price sensitive or elastic Indian consumers and have maintained its significant market share over the decades. Parle-G biscuits also gained higher market share as it was preferred by government agencies and NGOs working to distribute food relief packages to people during the pandemic, owing to its economic proposition with a value package of rupees 2 besides being considered a good source of glucose. Another significant theory which is very important to know is frictional theory of profit. Frictional theory of profit is abnormal profits observed due to unanticipated or sudden change in demand or cost conditions. Unanticipated shock produced positive or negative economic profits for the firms. For example, we take Zoom. Zoom is gaining frictional theory of profit. During pandemic, Zoom has become a billion-dollar connecting link for billions of people around the world, socially distant and are trying to work from home. Zoom's daily users had increased from 10 million in December 2019 to 200 million in April 2020. And its share price has increased by 72% from Jan 2020 to May 2020. On the other hand, international and domestic aviation companies have incurred substantial frictional loss during pandemic due to lockdown and high risk exposure of commuters. So, the other theory which is very significant is innovation theory of profit. Firm gains above abnormal profit by practicing innovative product and process culture within an organization. So, for example, we take Google innovation theory of profit. Google is a $1 trillion company and it's a benchmark company known for practicing a culture of innovation for its product and services. The notion of 10 times thinking is at the heart of innovation at Google. Eric, the chairman of Google, believes true innovation happens when you try to improve something by 10 times rather than by 10%. This is the guiding inspiration for engineers at Google 10, the division of Google that focuses on producing major technological advances, from glucose monitoring contact lenses, balloons that deliver internet access to remote areas of the world, to self-driving cars. So the other theory which is very significant is efficiency theory of profit. Firm gaining above the normal rate of return achieves extraordinary success in meeting customer needs with operational efficiency and entrepreneur efficiency. Is considered as practicing efficiency theory of profit, or this is also known as compensatory profit theory. We can take example of Amul. Amul is practicing efficiency theory of profit. The Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, which sells its products under the Amul brand, is owned by 3.6 million farmers. Of these, around 2.6 million farmers bring their milk twice daily to 18,600 village societies, from where chilled milk is transported to district milk unions for processing into packaged milk and value added products. The products then reach over a billion consumers daily via 10,000 distributors and a million retailers. Amul is India's largest dairy company with an annual turnover of rupees 52,000 crores. While many businesses have struggled to maintain their supply lines during COVID-19 and pandemic, Amul is likely to gain market share in 2021 with an enviable 15 to 16% revenue growth. The pandemic proved the inherent strength of the cooperative dairy leader and the resilient supply chain built by Amul. Now we are going to discuss about monopoly theory of profit. Some firms earn above normal profit because they are protected from competitors by high barriers to entry, high capital requirement, patent rights and unmatched skill. We can take example of Indian Premium League, that is IPL of BCCI. The world's richest cricket body, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, was worth rupees 11,916.76 crore according to the audited accounts and balance sheet of 2017 and 18. The BCCI net worth includes, amongst other things, its bank balance, fixed deposits and fixed assets. The BCCI earns its revenue mainly through four sources of income: media broadcast rights for bilateral series, national team jersey sponsor, series sponsor, and the media rights of the Indian Premium League. The board's income per match from these main sources during the financial year 2017 and 18 can be categorized as: Star India had paid the BCCI rupees 43.20 crore per international match, that is Test, ODI and T20s, played in India during the sponsorship period of 2014 to 2018. Series sponsor Paytm gave rupees 2.42 crore per match. National team jersey sponsor Oppo furnished rupees 4.61 crore per match. Recently, Bangalore-based educational technology and online tutorial firm Baiju replaced Oppo for the rest of the sponsorship period ending on March 31st, 2022. And Sony, the Japanese company that had won the IPL broadcast rights for the 2008 to 2017 period, had paid $918 million to BCCI. Further, the IPL stock went soaring last year as Star India won its media rights with a historic bid of rupees 16,347.50 crore for 5 years, that is 2019 to 2022, translating into rupees 54.5 crore per match. However, the BCCI income is not limited to the four sources of income mentioned above. It also earns handsome revenue from its three official partners, Dream 11, Pepsi and Ambuja Cement. Hence, IPL is the monopoly product of BCCI and hence they derive monopoly theory of profit from IPL matches. So to conclude, the normal return on investment is included as part of profit by businessmen and accountants, but it is part of cost, that is implicit cost, by economists is taken care. Thus, business profit minus the normal return on investment or implicit cost equals economic profit. It is an economic profit that is important in allocating society's scarce resources among competing uses. In determining whether profit levels are excessive in a particular industry, we must consider the level of risk in the industry, whether the industry is or is not in long run equilibrium. The existence of monopoly power in the industry, the rate at which new innovations are introduced, and marginal efficiency practiced at the operational front in an organization decides about the sustainability of the firm. Thank you so much.